Hi, kids. Reverend James here. Whoa, that's a lot of butterflies. I wanted to start children's time today by telling you a story about Abraham and Sarah. It's from the book of Genesis in the Bible, chapter 18, verses 1 to 15.
Abraham and the Three Visitors.
Visitors? Could it be? Shalom! Welcome, guests. Today must be my lucky day. You must be hot. Please, come sit in the shade. Let me fetch some water to wash your tired feet. There, good as new. Now let me make you something to eat. You must be starving.
Yeah!
Sarah, my dear wife, we have guests.
Oh, guests!
Shalom!
Shalom! Shalom! Shalom!
Are our guests hungry, Abraham? I will bake them some of my famous barley cakes.
And let's prepare a feast. My gentle guests, dinner is served.
Thank you, Abraham. This is wonderful.
That was delicious. Best meal I ever had. You like yours?
Certainly. Nyuk, 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 nyuk. Boy, you sure got it made, Abraham. The perfect life.
I suppose, though we have been feeling a bit lonely lately.
Oh, you want us to stay?
Oh, yes. What I meant is, we don't have a child.
Well, Abraham, you and Sarah are such gracious hosts. We have a feeling that by next year, you two will be blessed with a bouncing baby boy.
Oh, Abraham, that's impossible. I'm an old woman already.
And now we must go. Guys, say thank you to our hosts.
Thank you to our hosts.
How did I end up with these two?
So long, Gaby. And don't forget what we said about that baby.
1 year later.
Those three visitors were right. We really are blessed.
So in this story, we saw how Sarah and Abraham greeted these three mysterious visitors who they knew were messengers from God. And they offered them to wash their feet, to have something to drink and eat and refresh themselves, a place to stay. We call that hospitality. When someone comes to you, to your house, to your place, and you take care of them. You offer them what they need so that they can be comfortable and happy. Hospitality, to be hospitable, is a really important part of being a disciple of Jesus. When I was preparing to be ordained a deacon, I spent a few days in a monastery in Saskatchewan, in Munster, Saskatchewan. It was run by a group called the Benedictines. And one of their main teachings, what they try to do all the time, is to welcome strangers. Because their sort of motto is, Christ is in the stranger. So that when you're welcoming a stranger, when you're welcoming a guest, you're welcoming Christ. Now, obviously, as children, you need to be careful about strangers and always talk to your parents or grandparents or an older sibling before you do things like welcome a stranger. But being welcoming and hospitable is something that we learn and part of our lives as Christian disciples. So I'd like to share with you this other funny story about hospitality of a little boy who gets a special guest. If You Give a Moose a Muffin by Laura Joffe Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a moose a muffin, he'll want some jam to go with it. So you'll bring out some of your mother's homemade blackberry jam. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another, and another, and another. When they're all gone, he'll ask you to make some more. You'll have to go to the store to get some muffin mix. He'll want to go with you. When he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask to borrow a sweater. When he pulls the sweater on, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask for a needle and thread. He'll start sewing. The button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. So he'll ask for some old socks. He'll make sock puppets. Then, when they're done, he'll want to put on a puppet show. He'll need some cardboard and paints. Then he'll ask you to help make the scenery. When the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out, so he'll ask for something to cover them up. You'll bring him a sheet from your bed. When he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. He'll try it on and shout, "Boo!" I'll scare him so much he'll knock over the paints. So he'll use the sheet to clean up the mess. Then he'll ask for some soap to wash it out. He'll probably want to hang the sheet up to dry. He'll go outside to put it on the clothesline. When he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Seeing the blackberries will remind him of her jam. He'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him the jam, he'll want a muffin to go with it. So we see how this moose is kind of needy and has a short attention span, kind of like me. The moose reminds me a lot of myself, actually. But although it's kind of a lot, and this boy's like really trying hard to make sure this moose has everything that he wants, hospitality can be like that. That it's a lot, but it can also be fun, and it can lead to all sorts of different things, all sorts of different fun shenanigans. And so I just want to invite you, as I invite myself, to work on hospitality, to be welcoming to each other, to help each other, because when we welcome each other, we're welcoming Jesus. Okay, bye guys. Have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.